let me tell you my history of Suspiria. I think that'll be useful. So I was a little kid when this movie came out. What year did this movie come out? Hold on just a second. 77. So I was like 7 when this movie came out. And there was a commercial for this movie where it was the back of a woman's head. You just saw black hair, and she was brushing her hair, and this voice said, roses are red, violets are blue, and it was like doing that sort of that nursery rhyme, or that little snippet of nursery rhyme. And then you come around to where you can see the mirror she's holding and see the face, and the face was a skull. For some reason, 7-year-old me was fucking terrified of that commercial. When that commercial would come on TV, I would flee the room. I was so scared of that commercial. And I don't know why that is. To this day, I don't know why I was so scared of that commercial. So I remember when I was a teenager then, and my friends and I were like trying to watch every horror movie ever made. And one of the movies that we got was Suspiria. I had that visceral memory of being terrified of that commercial. And watching it even at like 12 or 13 or whatever age I was when I watched it, I was waiting for that skull to show up, right? Like I was like, my 7-year-old me was still scared shitless. And of course it never does. That scene from the commercial is not in the movie. But because of that, I watched it with this very heightened sense of tension, like higher than I would normally have had watching a horror movie. And so I had a very intense experience of that movie the first time I watched it. And that may be why it had such an impression on me. But I didn't understand it at all. Like it made no sense to me. It just like I had this intense experience of watching this movie. Then when I went back and watched it later, when I was like in my 20s, and I had a lot more sophistication, a lot better understanding of how movies work. Then I started to see the craft of it and the intention of it. But I still had the sort of emotional memory of the intensity of my first viewing of it. And so that movie has always occupied a very special place for me.